Hi students, today's topic is development of embryo in dicot. Development of embryo in dicot. What is an embryo? When it is formed, how it is formed? Actually, the embryo is a modified structure of a zygote. Zygote is divided and it form as an embryo. So the formation of the embryo from the zygotic cells by the mitotic division is called it as a embryogenesis. This is called it as a embryogenesis. Embryogenesis. Actually, the zygote is a embryo sac. So inside the embryo sac, what is present? This is a egg cell. This egg cell later fertilization, after the fertilization convert the zygote, and antipodal cell and synergid cell all are degenerated. Antipodal cells towards the chelagel and synergids present at the egg apparatus degenerated. This is a chelagel end. This is the micropylar end. Here the zygote is present. This zygote is divided by the mitotic division and form the embryo. When it is started, when the endosperm is developed, when the primary endospermic nucleus present in this embryo sac, it is developed as the primary endospermic nucleus is developed as a endosperm. When the endosperm is developed, when the endosperm is formed in the embryo sac, then the zygote starts dividing and form the embryo. Before to that, the zygote is in resting phase. That is in the resting phase. After the development of the endosperm, when the food material is available to this zygote, the zygote starts dividing and form the embryo. So actually, when the food materials are available to the zygote absorbs the food material. The zygote absorbs the food material and gets swell and started division and one layer is formed around the zygote. Around the zygote, one layer is formed. One layer of cell are formed. Then it starts the beginning. So the first division layer is formed. Then it is called it as a oospore. Now the cell is called it as a oospore. When oospore is formed, the zygote start division transversely and form two cells. Suppose it is a micropylar end. This is a chelagel side. The zygote which is in chelagel side. This is a chelagel side. This is a micropylar side. Micropylar side cell. The micropylar side cell is called it as a basal cell. Chelagel side. This chelagel side cell is called it as a embryonic cell. When the food material is available to the zygote swells up and form one layer around the zygote. Now it is called as a oospore. Then the oospore start dividing transversely. When the first division takes place, when it is divided, two cells are formed. The cells which is towards to the endosperm or towards to the chelagel side is called as a embryonic cell. The cell which is nearer to the, which is towards to the micropyle, is called as a basal cell or suspensor cell or basal cell. Embryonic cell towards to the chalaja, that is also towards to the endosperm. Endosperm is present here. This is called as a embryonic cell. This is called as a basal cell or suspensor cell. So now the embryonic cell get the food material from the endosperm. It is developed as some other structure, and this is developed as, later we can see how this two cells structure is divided as a different cells and how it is formed. Now the basal cell divided. Now the basal cell divided transversely form two cells. This is a basal cell. This basal cell divided transversely form two cells, and this apical cell, which is a embryonic cell, which is towards to the endosperm, this is divided vertically form two cells. So now the four cell staged structure is formed. This is a T-shaped structure. This is called it as a T-shaped structure. So when the chelagel and embryonic cell and basal cells are present, the chelagel and basal cell, the embryonic cell and basal cell simultaneously divided and form the four cell stage of a T-shaped structure. How these four cells are formed? In basal cell, transversely the cell is divided. This basal cell is transversely divided and form the two cells at the base in micropylar side, and the apical cell, which is an embryonic cell, that is divided vertically form two cells. Now four cells containing one structure is formed, that is in T-shaped structure. So next, now the embryonic cell is divided and form one four cells containing structure. Now it is called it as a quadrant stage. So the apical cell divided one more division and form four cells. Now the stage is called as a quadrant stage. The cells of the embryonic cells divided and form one four cells containing structure. This is called as a quadrant stage. Next, the two suspensor cells. These two suspensor cells divided by transversely, many transverse divisions taken place and form 6 to 10 celled suspensor. 6 to 10 celled suspensor filament is formed. Filament like structure is formed. That is called it as a suspensor. A filament like structure is formed. This basal cell, two cells divided many transverse divisions, divided by many transverse division, and 6 to 10 cell one filament like structure is formed. That is called it as a suspensor. Actually, What is the function of this suspensor? Now the structure is like this. Now the structure is like this. 6 to 10 cell like this structure is formed. So this is a suspensor. This is a suspensor. This suspensor is a filament like structure. What is the role of this suspensor? This suspensor push this embryonic structure, quadrant embryonic cell. This is in the embryo cell. This is endosperm. This suspensor cell, this suspensor filament, which is formed by the basal cells, this push the embryonic cell towards to the endosperm to get the food material, to obtain the food material. The suspensor filament like structure push this embryonic quadrant stage structure towards to the endosperm to get the food material, That is the function of the suspensor. Now we'll see the diagram here. So actually this is a reverse diagram what I drawn here. This is a reverse diagram to this. Actually this is a micropilar end, this is a chalazal end. Now we'll reverse this diagram. This is a micropilar end, this is a chalazal end. In micropilar end 6 to 10 cells of the filament is present. This filament, what is the role of this filament? This suspensor filament push the embryonic cell to get the food material towards to the endosperm. So that is the function of this filament. The suspensor first cell swells up. This swells up and form a big cell. Now it is called as a haustorial cell. The cell which is present near the embryonic cell in the filament, in the suspensor, the cell which is present near the embryonic cell is called as a hypophysis. This hypophysis is combined with the radical to form apex of the root. This hypophysis, the cell which is nearer to the embryonic cell in the filament of a suspensor, is called as a hypophysis. This hypophysis is involved in the formation of the apex of the root. Apex of the root means tip of the root. That is also called as a root cap. Next, what is present in this next embryonic cell? In this embryonic cell, 4 cells are present. These 4 cells are further transversely divided. 8 cells are formed. I'll show that diagram clearly here. So 8 cells are formed. This is a haustorium. I reversed this one. So 8 cells are formed here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So these are called as a 8 cells structure. 8 cell structure is formed now. So in 4 cells of the octantad which lie near the hypophysis, the 4 cells which near the hypophysis, they are called as a hypobasal cell. This is a hypobasal cell. The cells which is nearer to the chalazal, they are called as a epibasal cell. Actually, this 4 cell embryonic cell, 4 cell containing embryonic cell structure is divided further and form the 8 cells. The 8 cells, among these 8 cells, 4 cells which is nearer to the hypophysis, called as a hypobasal cells. 4 cells towards to the chalazal, those are called as a epibasal cell. So this hypobasal cell gives rise to radical radical and hypocotyle. This hypobasal cells, which is in the embryonic cell, involved in the formation of the radical and hypocotyle of the embryo. The epibasal cell gives rise to cotyledons. The epibasal cell gives rise to cotyledon and epicotyle and plumule of the embryo. These hypobasal cells are involved in the formation of the radical and hypocotyle. The epibasal cells are involved in the formation of the two cotyledon, epicotyle and plumule. I'll show once again. The four cells are called it as a hypobasal. Hypobasal cells are involved in the radical, hypocotyle, and this epibasal cells are involved in formation of epicotyle and cotyledons. So that is the structure of that is the epibasal cell and hypobasal cell. These 8 cell containing structure is divided further and form the 16 cells, and finally it form one a round like structure. This is called as a globular embryo. Now this is called a globular embryo. So in this globular embryo, the layer which is surrounded by the cells, this cell is called as a dermatogen. So this dermatogen, just below this dermatogen, inside the globular round shaped structure, is called as a ground meristem. Globular structure surrounded by one layer, that is called as a dermatogen. Inside the dermatogen, the tissue is called as a ground meristem. Now the 16 cell condition of this globular embryo is divided furtherly and form a heart shaped structure. This heart shaped embryo is converted as a two cotyledons. These are converted as a two cotyledon of the dicot embryo. Now this cotyledon curved. These cotyledons are curved and form cotyledon turn downward and form curved position. One curved position. Now it is called as a torpedo. Now the structure of this embryo is called as a torpedo. Now the torpedo stage of the plumule is bent towards in this direction. The mature embryo is formed. In mature embryo has embryonic axis. Between the embryonic axis, plumule and radical, there is a epicotyle, and nearer to the radical there is a hypocotyle. Plumule and radical is between the plumule and radical. Embryonic axis is formed. Embryonic axis is made up of with the plumule and radical. So between the plumule and radical, epicotyle and hypocotyle is formed. So like that, the embryo is formed. Dicot embryo is formed. So this type of development of embryo is called as a crucifer type or Wanagrod type. So it is the most common type of development in dicots. This crucifer type of development is found in the capsula plant. This crucifer type of development is found in the capsula plant. So that it is considered as a typical angiosperm for the study of embryonic development of the angiosperm. During the development of embryo is formed from the some parts of the zygote, so that it is called it as a meroblastic development. Meroblastic development. So such a way, in dicot embryo development, we can see the different stages: 2-cell stage and 4-cell, and finally like this T-shaped structure, and finally globular embryo, heart-shaped embryo, torpedo, and mature embryo. In mature embryo, 2 cotyledons are present, fully developed cotyledons are present. In matured embryo, 2 cotyledons are present and embryonic axis present. In embryonic axis, what is present? Plumule and radicle. Between the plumule and radicle, epicotyle and hypocotyle is present. Radicle is covered by the root cap. So such a way, the dicot embryo is developed in the dicot plant. So this is about today's topic. Thank you.